All right, let's see what she's talking about.
To know when to come into his feminine. A masculine man needs to know when to come into his feminine, to pull his girl out of the fit that she may be in. And a lot of the times what men do, period, is if a woman gets into a tiff, because we have to remember masculinity keeps track. Oh, I've showed up every day. I told her I loved her yesterday, today, this morning. You think you're doing a good job. But that one time you didn't say I love you on the phone, we're over here like, damn, does he love me? Like, and that's just a natural thing, by the way. People could say, well, she's insecure. You can say whatever you want to say. Why does a baby cry? Why does a dog howl? Why does the sun come up in the east and go down in the west? It's just the way that it is. And we get to emotionally regulate that. But oftentimes, what do men do? Men say, well, why are you so upset? What did I do wrong? Don't you see that I did?
She said we get to emotionally regulate it. It's part of your responsibility as an adult to be able to emotionally self-regulate.
Now you're trying to run off the track record, not realizing that femininity lives in the now. How do I feel right now? And if you can't come to say, oh, damn, baby, you know, you're right. I meant to say that I love you. I don't even, then she can come out of the fit and get away from the wrath and come back into flow of,
that's passive aggressive.
No, it's because we're looking at patterns. Why are we looking at patterns? Because we're checking for safety.
I hope you said that so smooth, so calm.
We are always testing, am I safe here?
Whatever causes you to take the history of peace that I've given you from whatever time, right? Obviously, if I'm your man at this point, we've got at least 7, 8, 9 seasons of qualifications that made me a person that you could lead with. And because one spike or decrease in femininity makes you all of a sudden question your security, then maybe you didn't feel safe here.
No, that's
you
not
have
the truth.
you have your own work to do.
But
what I'm supposed to do as a man is be like, you know what, babe, I understand.
This is exactly why men and women fight, because you're going to logic and she naturally goes to emotion. What you're saying makes sense, okay?
Of course it does.
Everything that you're saying makes sense.
How could it not? I'm speaking logically.
But emotionally, it doesn't make sense. And even a regulated woman, because it is natural. Why does a dog bark? I don't know. Why does a woman feel the way that she feels? I don't know.
No, my only problem, I understand the spike, and I understand that at some point she will get back to center and realize that she was safe. But what is my role other than offering a safe space for her to regulate her own feelings? I'm not going to come in here and pander to you on that day and be like, oh man, my girl. I'm more inclined.
Why can't
In my opinion, it sounds like it's pandering, because this is me now stepping in and trying to alleviate the emotional tension and stress that you're putting yourself through. This isn't me doing something purposefully to make you feel some type of way. With the example she gave, it is a lack of his response, but it's not a lack of his responsibility. You feel me? It's like smacking your booty or saying I love you before we get off the phone is not a make or break thing. Now, if you come to me and you say, I feel neglected because of X, Y, and Z, I can now say, all right, bet I can do better, or make sure that that isn't something I repeat. But like he said, if you're not verbalizing it that way, you're being passive aggressive. You're changing the way you're behaving because of something you're feeling that is unbeknownst to me and was not on purpose.
Why can't you just love your person for who they and how they are?
No, because it takes a lot less energy and it causes a lot less confusion if you process your own emotion as you give it out or shortly thereafter.
When you say women live in the now, it's almost like saying, what have you done for me lately?
No,
this is not that. I don't think I've done.
I don't know. Year 3, season 2. Babe didn't text me, I love you back. I don't know if I'm safe.
If she feels, because she's emotionally dysregulated based off of an action that happens because she's in the now, it's really fine to say, baby, I'm feeling a little insecure because you didn't slap my booty. Like, what's up?
So that's what I'm saying.
That's her opportunity. Now you have the opportunity to meet her where she's at, to pull her out of it. You know what happens? No, turn around right now. Let me slap that. Whatever that is. And so now you're fixing the problem.
And so I hear what she's saying, but it's also a matter of the communication. If it's I'm feeling this way because of, then we can do something. If it's I'm feeling this way or you keep neglecting me, then it's just going to further the turmoil and further the argument, especially if I come to the conclusion that you feel unsafe or uncared for or unloved right now, but you're saying in general. And I'm like, dog, I love you every single day. I do X, Y, and Z on a regular, consistent basis to show you that I love you. And that's why homie said, if you say that, it seems as if you're asking, what have you done for me lately? Because this is a matter of right now in this moment. You're forgetting the built up history that led us to this trajectory for you to even have that expectation. For you to expect for me to behave that way is because you know that I got you in a certain ways. Is you're feeling unsure and uncertain right now. That's fine. But it's a matter of how you express it. If now I become the problem or at fault for something that I didn't even know I was doing or not doing, it's confusing. But if you tell me it's because you feel some type of way now, I can understand your feelings and I can meet you there. But if I'm just now the problem because I don't know why, yeah, we just gonna argue. Like homie said, it's confusing and it breeds argumentation because now it seems like you're telling me to help you regulate your emotions. You're not asking for me to do something. Like what she said literally gives you a physical example. Smack the booty. You feel me? Say I love you before you get off the phone. But if it's you just haven't been loving me lately, or I don't feel safe here, so what are we talking about? How am I supposed to make you feel safer then? I don't whatever. I understand. We're just gonna end this here.